again, my friends, in yet another super funky ICON Ford Bronco. This truck is the first ICON U14, meaning half cab removable hardtop, versus the more common, in quotes, U15 and the other variants. So really digging this truck. It is a 1974 and it has some pretty out there choices when it comes to color palette and textile. That's what happens when you come to me and give me omakase style order. So that happens fairly often with my leather goods brand, but quite rarely with my vehicle builds. So basically, this client already knows and trusts us. He's owned several ICON vehicles already. And this time he basically just said, I want it funky and retro. I like the old school package. I dig a half cab, and left the rest of it up to us. Now, not blindly, mind you. We certainly worked with them and consulted with them and showed him samples and palettes and made sure none of our ideas were too outlandish. But what you see is what happens if you give me a wee bit of creative freedom. So the color is funky, yes, but it's actually a factory stock Ford Bronco color. It's referred to as lime green. I'm not sure where they got that. Personally, I've never seen a lime, this particular shade of green, but who cares? And as I said, we did old school. So you have the old school forged aluminum 18-inch wheels bearing BF Goodrich all-terrain tires with the vintage style Ford center hubcaps. You have the white insert in the grille, as well as the hand-painted white lettering on the tailgate, and other Wimbledon white details such as the steering column, steering wheel, and primary dash. The lime green was so groovy, we actually ended up replacing a lot of parts that traditionally we would powder coat in the standard old school color, and went ahead and metal finished all of those and painted them Class A in the lime color. Another painted detail would be the bed of the vehicle. He said, I don't want Line-X, and I want really nice, just as high quality paint finish that's on the exterior of the body in the bed. So we did that, and I think the results are super cool. This truck just has so much personality, and the sort of feedback you get driving it around, everyone is all smiles and thumbs up. So I think nostalgia is growing culturally, not just in the US, but somewhat globally. And this kind of speaks to a certain moment in time. The textile is pretty wild. The leather I had made to complement the paint color, and then the textile inserts come from high-end industrial, residential, outdoor furniture, like patio stuff. So the durability is super high, but the finish is way groovier and the quality is way higher than you're used to seeing in the automotive aftermarket. And again, it just kind of gives it that funky monkey vibe. Carpet, I did the hard garden square weave in an oatmeal tone, so just by design sort of is invisible and disappears. And oddly, with the U14, I guess being more of a utilitarian buyer, the factory never did a headliner in these. So while we did entertain it, in the end we decided just to leave it the Wimbledon white painted finish. And I was kind of worried about the sound levels at Freeway being notably higher. And you do hear a little bit more wind noise, but it's pretty trivial, totally manageable. What else do we have? We have the 2-stage carbon fiber blanket seat heaters. We have the elevated ICON audio, which includes the 8600 NEX Pioneer head unit with tethered and tetherless CarPlay, Bluetooth, CD, HD, FM, AM, SAT navigation, and in this case, reverse camera as well. Did I say Bluetooth? It does. We have the higher end focal K2 series speakers, and then as always, the amp and bass are hidden in the floor and under the seats. What else? The rest of the design package is pretty much straightforward. So the vents, the gauge design, all the knobs and switch gears are all, same with like the hardware and the column and all that. It's all inspired by the original Ford designs. but executed and elevated in higher quality materials and finishes. We have the lit spears and the door panels. Of course, we didn't do that in the cargo panels because, well, they're open to the air. It seems like they would have gone to hell in a hurry. So it's all business in the boot. Mechanically, we are running the tried and proven Coyote 5-liter aluminum fuel-injected V8 as found in the current production Mustang GT. That engine is sending its power to the Ford AOD automatic 4-speed tranny with overdrive, which in turn sends power out to the Atlas 2 twin-stick shift-on-the-fly part-time 4-wheel drive 2-speed transfer case. Axles, of course, as always, are Dana base design, so Dana 60 in the rear, 44 architecture in the front. Those are powder-coated assemblies. They are all new down to the castings, and they're manufactured by our good friends at Curry Industries. We're running the ARB locking differentials in the middle of these differentials with the dedicated air compressor. And on the outboard edges, of course, you will find our beloved ICON Sport brakes, which are Brembo manufactured, 6-piston front calipers, 4-piston rear, and that's Hydro Boost assisted, not vacuum assist. So monster brakes, love me some good brakes. Suspension on this one is the optional sport suspension. So 2 factors of tunability for fast and low rebound rates. Those are nitrogen charged with the ever so groovy looking remote canisters and IBOC coils, and of course that's coilover all the way around and 0 leaf springs. So way improved ride quality over the factory original design or any of the viable bolt-on aftermarket kits. You've got tunable sway bars, you've got radius arms in the front, you've got 4-link in the rear. Purpose-built proprietary wiring harness. We didn't do power windows on this one, but we did do power door locks. We did the optional ICON fire extinguisher. What else? Obviously the ICON center console. And that's it. So there you go. It's a cool truck. I hope you guys appreciate it. You know, design decisions on this are not for everyone. We're not, nor is our client, afraid of that. In fact, it's kind of part of the fun with these custom, specially built, expensive money pit vehicles. If you're going to go there, you might as well make it hyper unique and individual, right? That's my opinion for whatever it's worth. So anyway, that's all I got for you today. Feel free to reach out. Old school, you can grab us via telephone at 818-280-3333. Facebook or Instagram is ICON4X4, and then the good old-fashioned website is icon4x4.com. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are doing well, staying happy and healthy, and yeah, that's all I got. We'll see you on the next one. I don't think I mentioned this one has the rowdy exhaust, as evident by my obnoxious display of acceleration.